Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a powerful book that can completely change the way you look at challenges, success, and your own potential. It's called Mindset, The New Psychology of Success by Carol Dweck, and it introduces a simple yet transformative concept that can reshape your life. It's the idea of fixed mindset versus growth mindset. If you've ever felt stuck or doubted your potential, this book could be exactly what you need to hear. So, let's get into it. Section 1. The Two Types of Mindsets. In the book, Dweck explains that there are essentially two types of mindsets that people have, and they affect nearly every aspect of your life. These are the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. Let's start with the fixed mindset. People with a fixed mindset believe that their abilities, intelligence, and talents are static traits. They think that you're either born with a certain level of intelligence or skill, or you're not. If you fail, they see it as proof that they just don't have what it takes. They avoid challenges, give up easily, and often feel threatened by others' success because it reminds them of their own perceived limitations. Now, contrast that with the growth mindset. People with a growth mindset believe that their abilities and intelligence can be developed over time with effort, learning, and perseverance. They see challenges as opportunities to grow, embrace failure as a chance to learn, and celebrate others' success as a source of inspiration. Section 2. The Impact of Mindsets on Achievement. Let's talk about how these mindsets show up in real life. Dweck explains that the fixed mindset leads to a desire to appear smart, so people with this mindset often shy away from anything that might expose their weaknesses. On the other hand, people with a growth mindset are more focused on the process of learning and improvement, so they embrace challenges and understand that setbacks are just part of the journey. Let's talk about how these mindsets show up in real life. Dweck explains that the fixed mindset leads to a desire to appear smart, so people with this mindset often shy away from anything that might expose their weaknesses. On the other hand, people with a growth mindset are more focused on the process of learning and improvement, so they embrace challenges and understand that setbacks are just part of the journey. In the book, Dweck shares fascinating research studies showing that students with a growth mindset perform better in school because they believe that effort leads to success. They don't shy away from challenges or fail at things easily, they actually keep trying until they improve. On the other hand, those with a fixed mindset often hit a wall when things get tough and may even give up because they believe they can't get any better. Section 3. The Role of Praise in Shaping Mindset. One of the most surprising aspects of Dweck's book is the role that praise plays in shaping our mindset. As parents, teachers, or even employers, we might think that praising someone's talent or intelligence is helpful, but Dweck argues that it can actually reinforce a fixed mindset. When you praise someone for being smart or having natural talent, it can make them afraid to fail because they don't want to lose that label. They'll start to believe that success is just about being born smart, rather than putting in effort and learning. But when you praise the effort, the process, and the perseverance, rather than the outcome, it encourages a growth mindset. The person understands that their success isn't due to some fixed quality, but rather their ability to work hard, adapt, and learn. Section 4. Mindset in Sports and Business. Dweck takes her concepts from education into other areas of life, particularly in sports and business. She shares the story of athletes like Michael Jordan, who, despite being incredibly talented, didn't shy away from failure. Instead, he worked tirelessly, and his mindset was always about learning from his mistakes and improving. That's the hallmark of the growth mindset. In business, people with a growth mindset are more likely to see failures as stepping stones to success. Think of Steve Jobs or Elon Musk, two entrepreneurs who faced many setbacks but always bounced back, learning from their mistakes and constantly evolving. This mindset leads to innovation and long-term success. Section 5. How to develop a growth mindset. So, now that we understand what the two mindsets are and how they impact success, how can we develop a growth mindset in our own lives? Here are some key takeaways from Dweck's book. First, embrace challenges. Don't shy away from things that are difficult. A growth mindset sees challenges as opportunities for growth, not threats to self-esteem. If you fail, remember, failure is just part of the learning process. Second, learn from feedback. People with a fixed mindset often get defensive when they receive feedback because they see it as a judgment on their abilities. A growth mindset, however, welcomes feedback as a tool for improvement. Third, focus on effort, not talent. Instead of thinking, "I'm just not good at this," start thinking, "I'm not good at this yet, but with effort, I can get better." Lastly, celebrate progress. A growth mindset is about celebrating the small wins along the way. Recognize how far you've come and keep pushing yourself to improve. Section 6. The benefits of a growth mindset. Adopting a growth mindset has profound benefits in all areas of life. For students, it leads to better grades and a more positive attitude toward learning. For adults, it leads to more resilience in the face of challenges, increased satisfaction in work, and a higher likelihood of achieving long-term success. The book emphasizes that mindset can even change how we view relationships. People with a growth mindset are more likely to work through conflicts and difficulties with their partners, understanding that relationships grow and evolve with effort. So, there you have it, a deep dive into Carol Dweck's mindset, the new psychology of success. To sum up, the core message is this: your mindset is one of the most powerful tools you have in shaping your life. Whether you believe your abilities are fixed or that they can be developed, that belief will dictate how you approach challenges, failure, and success. If you want to reach your full potential, cultivate a growth mindset and start seeing every obstacle as an opportunity to learn and grow. If you haven't read the book yet, I highly recommend it. It's packed with research and stories that will inspire you to embrace the growth mindset. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more educational content. Thanks for watching, and remember, your success is all in your mindset.